Welcome, horror lovers. I'm Pete, and today, we're going to embark on a journey through some of the darkest legends in the world. If you're new here, subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss any terrifying stories. Get ready, because today, we're going to explore what lurks in the shadows of New Jersey. The Jersey Devil is a legendary creature that inhabits the Pine Barrens forests of New Jersey. Its origin dates back to the 18th century, when Mother Leeds, a local woman, cursed during her pregnancy with her 13th child. When the baby was born, it transformed into a horrendous creature with wings and a terrifying scream. And so, the legend began to spread. Since then, many sightings have been reported. One of the most famous cases occurred in 1909, when several people claimed to have seen the creature flying over towns, causing panic throughout the state. Another intriguing case occurred in 1925 when a woman found her goats dead, with strange marks on their necks. Locals believed the Jersey Devil was attacking livestock. These reports fueled fear and curiosity about the creature. What makes these cases fascinating is the mystery surrounding them. Science has tried to explain the sightings, with some theories suggesting the creature could be a deformed kangaroo or even a cougar. But the truth is that even with explanations, fear persists. The Jersey Devil has become a cultural icon, appearing in movies, TV shows, and even games. Its story continues to fascinate and terrify those who visit Pine Barrens, and the legend only grows stronger over time. So, what do you think? Is the Jersey Devil just an urban legend, or a real creature still haunting the forests of New Jersey? Leave your opinion in the comments. The Mothman legend is one of the most famous and eerie urban myths in American folklore, particularly associated with Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The tale became widely known in the 1960s and remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries to this day. Here's the story. It all began in 1966 in the small town of Point Pleasant, when several people started reporting sightings of a strange, terrifying creature. This creature was described as a humanoid figure with large, bat-like wings, glowing red eyes, and standing nearly 7 feet tall. The first well-known sighting occurred on November 15, 1966, when two couples were driving along a deserted road known as the TNT area, a remote location near an old World War II munitions depot. As they drove, they saw something large and shadowy moving quickly between the trees. When it came closer, they realized it was a figure with large wings, and its eyes glowed bright red. Terrified, they sped off in their car, but the sightings didn't stop there. Over the next few weeks, more and more people in Point Pleasant reported seeing a similar creature. Some witnesses claimed the creature appeared to be flying at an incredible speed, while others said it seemed to follow their cars or appear unexpectedly, often at night. The Mothman became associated with a series of strange occurrences in Point Pleasant during this time. In addition to the sightings, there were reports of paranormal phenomena, including mechanical malfunctions in vehicles and strange interference on radios and telephones. The most infamous event tied to the Mothman sightings was the collapse of the Silver Bridge on December 15, 1967. The tragedy killed 46 people when the bridge, which spanned the Ohio River, unexpectedly collapsed under the weight of holiday traffic. Many people in Point Pleasant believed the Mothman was a harbinger of doom, a supernatural warning connected to the disaster, as the creature had been seen frequently in the weeks leading up to the bridge's fall. There are several theories about what the Mothman might be, and most of them focus on supernatural or extraterrestrial explanations. Some people believe that the Mothman was a kind of warning or omen, appearing to alert the people of Point Pleasant about an impending disaster, like the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Another popular theory suggests the Mothman was an extraterrestrial or interdimensional entity, possibly from another world or dimension, and that it appeared on Earth for reasons unknown. Skeptics argue that the Mothman was simply an unknown animal, perhaps a large owl or a type of mutated moth. Some believe the legend was exaggerated over time, fueled by collective hysteria and the mystery of the creature's sightings. Another possibility is that the sightings were a result of psychological phenomena, such as mass hallucinations or pareidolia, which is when the human brain sees familiar shapes or patterns, like faces, in random objects or shadows. While the sightings of the creature dwindled after the Silver Bridge disaster, the legend of the Mothman has endured and become a permanent part of pop culture. In 1975, journalist John Keel published the book The Mothman Prophecies, which investigated the events and suggested that the Mothman might have been part of a larger, more mysterious phenomenon involving cosmic forces or even extraterrestrials. In 2002, the book was adapted into a film, The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere, which helped cement the Mothman legend in modern mythology. Today, Point Pleasant is a popular tourist destination for those fascinated by the mysterious figure. The town even has a Mothman museum, and there are annual events celebrating the creature, including the Mothman Festival. The Mothman continues to be a symbol of mystery and fear, with new sightings still reported by some people around the world. The creature has become an enduring icon of the unknown, representing humanity's fascination with the supernatural and the possibility that strange forces may exist just beyond our understanding. Whether it was a warning of disaster, an extraterrestrial being, or a psychological phenomenon, the Mothman remains an eerie enigma, and its legend shows no signs of disappearing. The Wendigo legend is one of the most terrifying and mysterious tales in Native American folklore, a story that has crossed centuries and cultures, always leaving behind a trail of fear and fascination. Imagine a being insatiable, with an infinite hunger, whose cold presence and sinister shadow appear on the darkest nights in the forests of northern Canada and the United States. But the Wendigo is not just any creature. It is the reflection of humanity's darkest side and the savagery that can arise from despair and hunger. The Wendigo is a malicious spirit or a horrific creature, said to be born from cannibalism. According to the legends of the Algonquian and other native tribes, the Wendigo was once a normal person who, driven to extreme hunger during winter, resorted to cannibalism. By eating human flesh, this person not only satisfied their hunger, but also transformed into a beastly, insatiable entity, cursed with an eternal craving. After the transformation, the Wendigo takes on a horrifying appearance. It is described as tall, skeletal, with skin stretched over bones, a cadaverous face, and eyes that gleam with pure malice. But the most terrifying thing of all is its endless hunger, a maddening need to devour human flesh that can never be satisfied, no matter how much it consumes. The Wendigo is not a mere creature from the beyond. It carries with it a curse. The transformation into a Wendigo doesn't happen just once. It spreads, creating a chain of chaos and despair. It is said that the more one succumbs to hunger and desperation, the closer they come to becoming a Wendigo, turning into a demonic force that hunts those who dare enter its territory. In many versions of the legend, the Wendigo can possess the mind and body of a human who comes into contact with it. The signs include compulsions to kill, an insatiable hunger, and increasingly erratic, aggressive behavior. It is always lurking, looking for its next victim to devour. It is a creature that symbolizes the loss of humanity, a warning that when one exceeds the limits of morality and need, they lose their soul and transform into something far darker and more malevolent. The Wendigo dwells in frozen forests, where the harsh winter drives solitude and despair to the extreme. The great northern forests, such as those in Canada and the Great Lakes region, are the lands most associated with the Wendigo. It is in these wild and desolate areas, where the winds cut like knives and the night lasts for endless hours, that the stories come alive. Local residents, especially Native Americans, believe that the Wendigo may still be roaming free, hunting the unwary and searching for its next victim. Some even claim that when the winter becomes especially brutal, hunger and despair give rise to more sightings of the creature. The legend of the Wendigo is also a story of morality, a warning against extremes, and the loss of compassion. According to the mythology, the Wendigo is a reflection of human greed, the idea that by acting solely in one's self-interest, a person can lose all their humanity. But the story doesn't end with the individual's transformation into a Wendigo. According to the legends, the creature is immortal. It never dies, because its hunger can never be satisfied, making it a being that is eternally hungry and insatiable. This symbolizes how greed and selfishness can consume someone completely, causing them to lose not only their humanity, but also their ability to find satisfaction in anything. Today, the Wendigo has left a profound mark on popular culture. From books to movies and TV shows, the creature has been portrayed in various ways, but always with the same essence: a being that embodies terror, insatiability, and the loss of humanity. The concept of cannibalism, eternal hunger, and monstrous transformation has been adapted into many horror narratives, making the Wendigo an iconic figure in the genre. But as much as it is portrayed as a fictional figure, the legend is still alive in stories told around the campfire, in the oral traditions of native peoples, and in the many sightings that continue to circulate in remote regions. For many, the Wendigo is not just a horror story. It is a warning about the dangers of following humanity's darkest impulses, a lesson about the boundaries we should never cross. The legend of the Wendigo is a chilling tale, but also one that is deeply symbolic. It speaks of the extremes of hunger and despair, but also of the dangers of losing our humanity. It reminds us that no matter how much we try to escape our nature, there is always a limit, a point at which the line between man and beast can be crossed, and the price of doing so is the eternal loss of the soul. Leave your opinion in the comments, and if you know other scary stories, share them with us. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more spine-chilling stories. Until next time.